Multiple masked Raw attackers revealed the real reasons why WWE ended Jey Uso's singles push. The Usos suffer an embarrassing botch after Raw, disappointing news for WWE ahead of SNME. The WWE blamed for failing to protect LA Knight, who will replace LA Knight on WWE Raw. John Cena's wife wrote him an insulting promo. Cody Rhodes' long-term ally turns heel. Jade Cargill shares her WrestleMania 42 update. The WWE accidentally leaked Randy Orton's return. Let's dive right in. The real reasons why WWE ended Jey Uso's singles push. The latest edition of Monday Night Raw surprised the WWE Universe when the Usos made their comeback in the tag team division. Jey and Jimmy Uso confronted The New Day and AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, making their intentions clear to become the World Tag Team Champions. The return of the Samoan Twins in the tag team scenario confirms that the singles push of the Yeet Master is now over, and he will be working as a pair. One of the major things about Jey Uso as a singles star was the botches he made during his matches. In the past few months, we have seen multiple botches from the Yeet Master, which were clearly visible during the matches. Even when Jey tries to recover, it makes watching worse. So, the lack of improvement in the squared circle can be the reason why WWE ended the singles push of Jey Uso. The company might have lost its confidence in the former world champion as a single star, and eventually ended his solo push. Since the singles push of Jey Uso started, Jimmy Uso took a backseat on SmackDown. The Big Jim was not properly booked and lacks creative direction on the blue brand. After a few months, WWE reunited Jimmy with the OG Bloodline members against the Vision, but following Survivor Series, there were no plans for Big Jim again. Considering this, Triple H might have opted to end the singles push of Jey Uso and decide to reunite him with Jimmy. With the return of the Usos in the tag team division, the company has no problem booking Jimmy every week on Monday Night Raw. Despite the WWE Universe going crazy on the Yeet Master, Jey Uso was still nothing but hype only. The Samoan star was never a ticket puller for the Stamford-based promotion. Jey only contributes to getting some attention on the internet and in merchandise sales. Even nowadays, despite being a babyface star, he still gets negative reactions on the internet for being pushed as a solo star. Due to all these elements, the game is expected to drop Jey's solo run and put him in the tag team division. The Usos suffer an embarrassing botch after Raw. The Usos are back together on WWE TV for good this time, but it doesn't seem like they're off to a great start. Jey and Jimmy suffered an unfortunate mishap after Raw went off the air last night. The Yeet Man has had a run of bad luck lately, having lost the men's War Games match and the last time is now tournament. After crashing out last week, Jey returned with his twin brother Jimmy, following AJ Styles and Dragon Lee's successful World Tag Team title defense on Raw. Just as the New Day were about to stake their claim at the gold, the Usos interrupted them and announced that they're back in the tag team division. The segment ended with Jey and Jimmy putting the champions on notice. Later in the show, Logan Paul defeated LA Knight with some assistance from the Mystery Man. The Vision stood tall over the megastar after a brutal post-match beatdown. After the camera stopped rolling, the Usos, AJ Styles, and Dragon Lee came out to send the crowd home happy. In a video shared online, the Usos could be seen hitting 1D on the Maverick through the table, but botched it in their first attempt as the table didn't break. Jey and Jimmy did right or wrong immediately, with Styles and Lee holding the table for them to successfully land their finisher. Jey Uso being demoted to the tag team scene suggests that WWE is done pushing the OG Bloodline member as a singles star, at least for the time being. The Yeet Man found tremendous success in singles competition over the last 2 years, winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. His title run lasted for 51 days before losing it back to Gunther this summer. Jey was teasing a heel turn before the creative team pivoted away from the original plans, which could have culminated in a match with his cousin, Roman Reigns. With his recent surge in popularity, it doesn't seem like the 40-year-old star will undergo a character change anytime soon. Disappointing news for WWE ahead of SNME. WWE is gearing up for the upcoming edition of Saturday night's main event. The show slated to air live from Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. on December 13th is expected to do large numbers as it will feature John Cena's last wrestling match. The Stamford-based promotion has suffered a setback heading into SNME. According to Netflix's official website, the December 1st edition of Monday Night Raw failed to enter the global top 10 rankings for the second week running. However, the Red Brand show ranked 9th in the United States. The major reason behind Raw's exclusion from the top 10 can be attributed to Stranger Things. All seasons of the Netflix original series took 5 out of the 10 spots on the list. Matt Rife's holiday special occupied the 10th spot with 4.6 million views, which is significantly higher in comparison to Raw's recent average views of close to 3 million. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo tore into Triple H over the latter's booking decision for the December 1st edition of Monday Night Raw. He called the game the worst booker he had ever seen. Speaking on his Vince Russo's The Brand, the veteran pointed out that he was baffled that none of the babyfaces showed up on Raw to try and disclose the identity of the mysterious attacker who cost them the match at the Premium Live event. He added that only Raw general manager Adam Pearce showed any interest in trying to find out who the man under the hood was. In my 55 years of watching televised wrestling, I am now going to make the declaration without a shadow of a doubt. Triple H is the worst booker I have ever seen since 1971. You've got a masked guy at the War Games screw the babyface team. And none of the babyfaces are on Monday Night Raw to get answers and find out who effed them. Are you effing kidding me? And bro, it's so important. And it's a story of such magnitude that the only one that seems to care about it is Adam Pearce, Russo said. WWE has yet to reveal the identity of the mystery attacker. It will be interesting to see how much longer they keep him under the mask. The WWE blamed for failing to protect LA Knight. WWE has been blamed for failing to protect LA Knight by a Hall of Famer. The megastar has been on the losing end recently. He lost to Logan Paul this Monday and was beaten by Gunther in the finals of the Last Time Is Now tournament on SmackDown last week. The defeat to Gunther came after he made Knight submit in the middle of the ring. However, according to Bully Ray, having a top babyface star tap out wasn't ideal. Speaking on the Busted Open podcast, Bully criticized WWE's handling of Knight in his match against the Ring General. He said that he was torn by the finish since it made Knight look weak. Maybe we should protect LA Knight in the finish, which they did not. I was very torn by the actual finish. LA Knight tapped out. Now, here's why I was passed. You could have pinned him, but you didn't do that. Or you could have had him pass out to the move, he said. The tag team legend said the megastar's defeat could have been similar to how Stone Cold Steve Austin passed out while in a sharpshooter by Bret Hart. He argued that it helped Austin get over since he didn't tap out. But that's not what they chose to do with LA Knight. LA Knight tapped. Our babyface tapped. And I know there's no shame in tapping, but I'd rather you pass out to the pain than tap out any day of the week. There was no protection of LA Knight there, he added. The former United States champion faced Logan Paul in the main event of Raw this week. Paul was able to secure the victory thanks to another interference by the masked man. After the match, the Vision beat down Knight at the end of the show. However, backstage when Knight was being helped by the officials, Bronson Reed and Paul ran in to continue the assault. Things didn't end here as they placed Knight on the roof of a car as Reed delivered a devastating tsunami. He was put in a neck brace and stretcher and wheeled off into an ambulance. This will likely keep the 43-year-old star off TV for some time. Who will replace LA Knight on WWE Raw? Raw, before Saturday night's main event, was a tragic night for LA Knight as he got destroyed by the Vision members. The megastar came in Rey Mysterio's aid after Logan Paul attacked him, leading to a match between them in the main event. With the help of a mystery attacker, the Maverick defeated Knight. However, soon after, Bronson Reed and the YouTuber went backstage and bashed the megastar, which seemingly ruled him out of television. It's been a long time since Chad Gable has been absent from the Stamford-based promotion. Recent reports suggest that Master Gable will return soon, as he was spotted at the Performance Center. With LA Knight subtly written off television, it seems the perfect time to bring back Chad and put him directly in the spotlight. The Gable return will make the El Grande Americano storyline intriguing again. Another name in the list is Sami Zayn. The former Bloodline member competed in a Survivor Series elimination match on SmackDown, where he lost. Since then, Zayn has been absent from television, but for a fresh start, WWE can bring Sami to Monday Night Raw. A return to the red brand can rejuvenate the feud between Sami and the Vision. Austin Theory's name is already the talk of the town among the audience. Fans believe that the A-Town Downstar is the real identity behind the mysterious hooded figure. Given the potential absence of LA Knight in the coming weeks, WWE can bring Austin Theory back on television. The company doesn't need to reveal Theory as the mystery attacker. Instead, the former US champion can play a dual role on Monday Night Raw. After losing at WWE Survivor Series War Games 2025, Roman Reigns went on hiatus from the Stamford-based promotion. After what happened with LA Knight on the red brand, Triple H can bring back the OTC as Knight's potential replacement on Monday Night Raw. The return of Reigns can make the main event scenario intriguing to watch. Even he can go against the Vision, as they still have unfinished business. A few months back, Jacob Fatu was taken backstage on WWE SmackDown by a mystery figure, but the identity has yet to be revealed. There is a chance that the person who took out the Samoan werewolf is the mystery attacker in Survivor Series. After Knight's absence, Jacob can return on Monday Night Raw to solve the mystery of the Mystery Man. The return of Fatu can serve as an excellent replacement for the megastar. John Cena's wife wrote him an insulting promo, WWE legend. John Cena has revealed that his wife wrote one of his promos targeting his longtime opponent, Randy Orton. The Lazy Boy promo that Cena cut on the Viper was written by Cena's wife. One of the highlights of Cena's retirement tour was his feud against his arch-rival Randy Orton. On the May 9th, 2025 episode of WWE SmackDown, Cena cut an intense promo taking shots at Orton. One of his lines garnered a massive reaction from the fans in attendance. John Cena called Orton a lazy boy at one point in his promo. During his latest interview on Chris Van Vliet's Insight podcast, Cena shared an interesting tidbit about the promo. She has been on every show since like Summer of Cena, so she's done like a loop. She's seen probably 100 shows. She's backstage with me, like not backstage in catering. We share the same room and I don't come out of my little room. We talk, we solve all the world's problems in there. She wrote the lazy boy joke for Randy's promo. She writes promos. She gives ideas. She gives a perspective that she's not a super fan, but she's not ignorant, so she gives a good perspective. Cena and his wife Shea Shariatzadeh began dating in early 2019. A year later, the couple got hitched in a small ceremony in Tampa, Florida. The two first met when the WWE veteran was filming his movie, Playing with Fire. Cena's wife has attended several of his appearances on WWE TV during his retirement tour so far. She's bound to be in attendance during his last match ever, which is scheduled against Gunther at Saturday night's main event on December 13th, 2025. Cody Rhodes' long-term ally turns heel. Cody Rhodes' longtime ally made a shock move tonight. He turned heel during a show. Ricky Saints has been a babyface ever since he arrived in WWE. He quickly rose to the top and won the North American and NXT Championship. However, at Deadline, Saints was unable to retain his title against Obafemi. Hence, tonight on the Black and Silver brand, Saints demanded a rematch. However, he was interrupted by Javon Evans, who said he wanted the title shot, which he earned at Deadline tonight. Ricky tried to convince the young OG to wait, but he didn't listen. Oba agreed to the challenge, and Ava made it official. In the main event, Obafemi and Javon Evans delivered an instant classic match that had the fans on their feet. The young OG had the match won when he hit the ruler with a cutter. However, Ricky Saints pulled the referee out of the ring when he was counting the pinfall, which is considered a heel move. Evans then took out Saints, but this distraction was enough for Obafemi to pick up the win and retain his title. By defeating Ricky Saints at Deadline, Obafemi earned the chance to step into the ring against Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event. However, the ruler has already fired some shots at the American Nightmare. Tonight's episode of WWE NXT kicked off with the ruler, who said that Cody will realize that he is the present of the company. Saturday night's main event, I will stand across the ring from Cody Rhodes, and he will look me in my eyes, and he will not see potential. He will not see the future. He will see the now. He will see the inevitable, the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war in all my glory, Obafemi. It remains to be seen if Obafemi will be able to pull off the biggest win of his career at Saturday night's main event. Jade Cargill shares her WrestleMania 42 update. Jade Cargill has shared an update on her WrestleMania 42 plans. The WWE Women's Champion has been on a roll since winning the gold from Tiffany Stratton last month. She is expected to be a major part of the women's division in the coming months, heading into WrestleMania 42. During an appearance on Booker T's Hall of Fame podcast, Jade Cargill was asked if she has anything planned for her entrance at the Show of Shows next year in Las Vegas. The 33-year-old star said she already has an entrance planned and is hoping that the creative team approves it. She added that her gear for the night will also depend on her entrance. So I've already pinpointed the entrance I would want to have. I'm actually going to shoot that over to creative. Let's hope that's approved. As far as gear, it's going to depend on my entrance. So I have two options. Let's see how the entrance goes. And that's going to create my idea for my entrance outfit, she said. Cargill added that she thinks in advance and had her entrance planned in her mind since October. I just have to be careful now. Obviously, you can't cosplay too much to people or anything like that. But man, I think so far in advance. I've been stuck on this entrance since October, she added. Cargill added that she wants to turn up the storm for her WrestleMania 42 entrance and does a lot of research in that matter. Last week on SmackDown, Jade Cargill faced the Secret Service's Alba Fire in a one-on-one match. This came after the women's champion brutally attacked Chelsea Green on the show a few weeks ago. The match ended in quick fashion with Cargill making light work of her opponent and picking up the win after hitting the Jaded. This continues her dominant run in SmackDown's women's division as she establishes herself as a force to be reckoned with. The WWE accidentally leaked Randy Orton's return. WWE is set to have a huge gap between its next two premium live events, as Royal Rumble 2026 takes place on January 31st. Meanwhile, the company might have accidentally revealed Randy Orton's return to the Blue brand. Randy Orton has been on a hiatus from the Stamford-based promotion for a while, and the Viper has missed events like WrestlePalooza, Crown Jewel, and Survivor Series 2025. While it was never reported why Orton was on a hiatus, the third-generation star was seen spending some quality time with his family. Meanwhile, WWE might have accidentally revealed Randy Orton's return to Friday Night SmackDown. The company recently unveiled a poster for SmackDown in Saudi Arabia, which featured multiple stars from the Blue brand, including the 14-time WWE World Champion. While it doesn't confirm that Orton will return a day before the Royal Rumble, the poster guarantees that the Viper will be on the road and possibly be featured on the Blue brand before the event in Saudi Arabia. The company tends to kick off the year with surprises, and Randy Orton could be one of those next month. Randy Orton overcame a career-threatening injury before getting a second chance in the industry as an in-ring performer. In November 2023, the Viper returned to the Stamford-based promotion and started working under the new regime, which was led by his former mentor from Evolution. In an appearance on the Double Three Coverage podcast, Ric Flair, a former Evolution member, spoke highly of Randy Orton's in-ring work. The multi-time world champion claimed that Orton is the best worker in the company, but the management is underutilizing the men's Grand Slam champion. Randy Orton, he's third generation. Randy is the best male worker in the company right now. They don't utilize him the way I would if I was the booker, but I'm not, so he can still work his A off. But he's making a lot of money, and he's doing good. He's happy, and that's all that matters, Flair said. It will be interesting to see when the Viper returns to the promotion. Multiple masked Raw attackers revealed. The Vision could expand soon, as Paul Heyman could bring 3 more WWE superstars to the faction. A masked man has been helping the faction since Survivor Series, War Games, and fans have been curious to know the individual's identity. After the San Diego PLE, Austin Theory was rumored to be behind the mask. However, after the latest episode of Monday Night Raw, many believe Montez Ford is inside the hooded attire. In a shocking possibility, both of them could be in line to join the Vision. If Ford ends up joining the heel faction, his tag team partner, Angelo Dawkins, could also follow suit down the line, as the Vision could get 3 new members. On Raw, the mystery attacker first took out Rey Mysterio, and then emerged again during the main event to attack LA Knight, helping Logan Paul secure the victory. Fans noticed that the masked man on Raw had a different build, and a slightly different set of mannerisms than the one who attacked CM Punk at Survivor Series, War Games. This led to the speculation of there being more than one mystery attacker who is helping the Vision. Fans believe the masked individual on Raw could be Montez Ford. The Street Profits have suffered several setbacks on the blue brand lately, failing to capture the WWE Tag Team Championship from the Wyatt Six despite multiple attempts. Last month, King Tez teased a massive character change on his social media. Ford may have joined forces with Paul Heyman behind the scenes and could be part of the Oracle's elaborate plan to expand the faction. As for Angelo Dawkins, while he may not get the same admiration and support from fans as Ford does, his talent and charisma can't be denied, and he would be a valuable addition to the Vision. That said, while it could be exciting, this scenario is only speculative at this point. It remains to be seen who the mystery man is. Logan Paul defeated LA Knight in the main event of Monday Night Raw thanks to the masked man's timely interference. However, the Vision trio wasn't done yet, as the attack on the megastar continued after the match. Knight was helped to the back as Braun Breaker was cutting a promo on CM Punk. The former United States champion made the mistake of not giving up, which irked Logan Paul and Bronson Reed as they launched another attack on the megastar. First, they put Knight through a table. To ensure the megastar is unable to get up, the Auszilla delivered a tsunami to Knight on top of a car. The former United States champion had to leave the arena in an ambulance due to the attack.